Good morning, friends. This is Colonel Ravi Nair here again on behalf of Crack SSB Masterclass. Today, let's discuss what are the various types of branches or categories of the various arms and services of the Indian Army. To put it in a broad perspective, the Indian Army is broadly divided into three main categories: the combat arms, the combat support arms, and the logistic units. The combat arms are those components of the Indian Army which physically engage with the enemy on a one-to-one basis in a contact battle. The combat support arms may or may not fully engage in physical contact battle, but by deploying their resources, enhance the combat potential of the fighting forces. And the logistic units are those units which carry out the replenishments and replacements of all arms, equipment, and manpower in the battlefield. Having said that, let me assure you that they were put in that order because that is how they unfold in battle. But by no means it is to suggest that one arm or service is superior than the other. Remember, the Indian Army fights as a team. Each and every component has to play its role to ensure that the complete combat potential is unleashed on the enemy. And this is possible because every component realizes its importance and plays its part to the hilt. The combat arms basically which engage with the enemy are the infantry, the armor, and the mechanized infantry. The combat support arms which don't physically engage but are deploying their resources are the regiment of artillery, which deploys devastating and lethal firepower on the target before the assaulting forces get to the objective. In the Gulf War, Norman Schwarzkopf required a degradation of 50% of the target area, and this was done by carpet bombing, both by the Air Force and by the artillery. Then comes the engineers. The Corps of Engineers is responsible for enhancing mobility of own forces and degrading mobility of the enemy. They degrade enemy mobility by laying mines, by putting demolitions on bridges. They enhance our own mobility by laying bridges across obstacles, by building helipads, by building water point, and so many other tasks. Building shelters, bunkers, etc. Then comes the Army Air Defense, which in consonance and in conjunction with the Indian Air Force give close intimate support to the armed combat troops in the battlefield. They are basically responsible for giving the air cover to our troops operating in the area. Then comes the aviation. The aviation arm of the Indian Army is providing intimate combat support to our own troops, both mobility wise and firepower wise. Then comes the Corps of Signals. The signals is responsible for the communication management of the entire spectrum of the battlefield. They are known as the cyber warriors and are responsible for the information technology aspect of the entire Indian Army. Then comes the logistic units. The logistic units have very specific roles in terms of replenishment. They have the Army Service Corps, which is responsible for supplies, rations, fuel, transportation, everything. In the mountains, the Service Corps also operates mules, animals for transportation of loads into areas where vehicles cannot ply. Then comes the Army Ordnance Corps, which is responsible for storing, planning, provisioning, and dissemination of all warlike stores, including ammunition, clothing, tentage, etc. Then comes the Corps of Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. Corps of Electrical and Mechanical Engineers are responsible for the maintenance of every type of military equipment available, be it a bicycle to the aviation helicopters. The EME is responsible for maintenance and has a speciality in every aspect of the trade, whether it is gunnery, gun control equipment, the motor vehicle part, etc. Then comes the Army Medical Corps, which provides medical cover both in the battlefield and to handle large influx of casualties in an intense battlefield scenario. The Army Dental Corps, erstwhile part of the AMC, is now a separate service. Next comes the Army Postal Service. The Army Postal Service is responsible for giving the postage for the Indian Army, and also has a lot of ancillary benefits like the postal life insurance, etc. Then you have the Corps of Military Police, which is responsible for regulating traffic in the orchestration of forces into the battlefield area from the peacetime location, and even orchestrating forces into ops in a graduated and structured manner. Then you have the Pioneer Corps, which have civilian labor for loading the ammunition and other stores in battle, as all combat troops would be deployed in battle. So this, folks, are the three main categories: combat arms, combat support arms, and logistic units. There are many more small arms and services like the INT Corps, the JAG branch and all. You can be looked up. But broadly, these are the main components of the Indian Army. That's all for now. Take care and select your arm or service as appropriate to your aptitude and potential. Stay safe. Have a good day. Jai Hind.